Beer me, Blazer.
All right, let's go on to the running backs here. We got first one, Cam Akers. You might have forgot because it was Thursday night, but Cam Akers has taken over the backfield. I think he had 29 attempts, or was that the week before, prior? Either way, he's getting a boatload of touches for the Rams. If he's still available, I mean, this is like a must.
Number one.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, if he's available, you gotta have him, even in like a 10-man league. I think.
Yeah. What's that saying? Better late than never, but never late is better.
Yes.
I mean,
exactly.
That's pretty much what Cam Akers was. I mean, what we saw, what he could be coming into the season. I mean, it's why people are drafting him pretty. I feel like within the first 5-6 rounds.
One of our most viewed clips we made for the offseason.
Yeah, and you just see, I mean, man, they gave him, I think he had I can't remember the exact things, but they were saying he had 50, 60 rushes on the season, and he got 30 or something like that last game. It was just absurd, the amount of touches that they gave him. But, I mean, he looked good. I mean, the guy is definitely the best running back on the team. In my opinion. And I'm excited to see what he could do next year going forward if they get rid of Malcolm Brown or maybe they just face him out completely. I mean, Darrell Henderson's okay, but, I mean, if there's any running back that's the best out of the three, it's definitely Cam Akers. He was 50% available in NFL. I think he was 40% available in ESPN. So, like I said, he's getting the Jets this week, and I'm expecting the Rams to just shellac the New York Jets. So, more scoring opportunities, more opportunities for Cam Akers to put up some points for you.
Yeah, put up some points. All right, let's go. Jeff Wilson Jr., Raheem Mostert, he got a knee.
Yeah, there's some reports that Mostert was going to get an MRI. I want to say it was the knee or the ankle. He had the high ankle sprain, which kept him out on IR for a couple weeks. So just monitor this. We'll tweet it out just to let you guys know what's going on. But if he is to miss by any chance, it's the last couple weeks. It's been Mostert and Jeff Wilson Jr. They've been 50-50 down the split. But I think if Mostert misses, you're gonna get full Jeff Wilson Jr., as Anthony would say.
Yeah.
I mean, this week they're playing against Dallas. Dallas, they got gashed by the Ravens a couple days ago, and I mean, I know they beat up on the Bengals, but I mean, it's the fucking Bengals.
Yeah.
So it's nothing to be proud about. So yeah, I do like Jeff Wilson Jr. this week as an RB2 if Mostert was to miss.
Yeah.
I mean, McKinnon and Coleman have just been totally phased out of the offense. Michael Hasty's still a rookie. I think he was kind of only playing because he was one of the last guys standing.
When he was playing, it was like everybody was out.
Yeah. And for whatever reason, I mean, Jeff Wilson, he just has a nose for the end zone. I feel like when he's in the game, he finds the end zone. He
lives there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. All right, let's go. Next one here, we got Lynn, as your cousin would say, Lynn Bowden Jr.
Lynn Bowden. I was listening to something they were saying, is it Lynn Bowden or Lynn Bowden?
I don't know, but I know it's not Lynn Bowden.
Yeah, it's definitely not Lynn Bowden. But yeah, Lynn Bowden Jr., that's what I would say it as. I mean, he's kind of emerged the last couple games. I mean,
you got nobody left on the Dolphins. Gesicki went out.
Yeah.
I mean, no Parker last week is he's good though too.
Yeah. I mean, this is going to be a tougher matchup against the Patriots secondary. I mean, you got, the current defensive player of the year, Stephon Gilmore, Justin Jackson, I think his name, or J.C. Jackson, I think his name is, and then McCourty over there for the Patriots. So it's a good secondary. We don't know if Devontae Parker's going to play or not. He left last week with a slight hamstring injury is what they're calling it, so he's questionable. And then Gesicki, he had the monster game, hurts his shoulder. They're saying he most likely is going to miss. I mean, we have Jakeem Grant, who's a little scat guy. I mean, we're getting Isaiah Ford back, which we traded to the Patriots, but then they cut him, and then we just picked him back up off the waiver wire, so we got a free 7th-round pick for that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, outside of that, we really have nobody to throw the ball to. I mean, Lynn Bowden in the last 2 games, 4 for 41 and then 7 for 82, so he's nice in PPR leagues. And the thing with him is he's listed as a running back wide receiver, so you could play him as a running back if you need him. I'm in a scenario where I have Myles Gaskin in the league, and I guess the way the COVID-19 reports are playing out is you need to sit out a certain amount of games. So they were saying since he's, officially sat out Saturday, he might not be eligible to come back and play this week. So I'm thinking about picking up Lynn Bowden Jr. and throwing him in as my running back because now I'm getting a guy who, although he only has 2 carries in the last 2 weeks combined, but he's gotten me 11 catches in the last 2 weeks for 120 yards. And the guy's elusive. I think it was him and Malcolm Perry who were the number 1 and number 2. They're both on the Dolphins, ironically. Malcolm Perry played quarterback. He'd run a lot of the RPOs. So, Lynn Bowden played quarterback, running back, wide receiver. He won the award for most
diverse.
Yeah, he won the award for most versatile college football player last year. So it just shows you like the football player. When we were breaking him down, we're saying the guy's a football player. But yeah, it is fun to see the guy get the ball in his hands because he does have the ability to make people miss and get those yards after the catch. So yeah, I do like Lynn Bowden Jr. this week. If you're in a pinch, you need some guy. Like I said, I need a second running back spot if Gaskins misses, and if I can throw Lynn Bowden in there, especially in a PPR league, and get me a safe floor of like 10, if he finds the end zone, it's even better. Yeah, I like Lynn Bowden Jr. This week, and then going forward next year, I'm excited to see what he could do. I think he'll end up being our primary slot guy.
Yeah, like you're saying, he's versatile. It's like you need those kind of guys on your team. But yeah. All right, let's move on to Gus Edwards. Came out of nowhere. You said Mark Ingram had 1 snap last week?
Yeah, I believe it was 1 snap that Mark Ingram had, and that was it. It was the J.K. Dobbins show, actually. He had by far the most amount of snaps out of anybody. But, Gus Edwards, he gets in. He gets you 7 carries, only 49 yards, but 2 touchdowns. He's still, to me, like the goal line back or, still gets incorporated. So, I guess, it's kind of a high-risk, high-reward if you're in a pinch. Like I said, I'm not going out and throwing him into my lineup over some of these other running backs, but let's just say if you're struggling for a second running back and you're just like, man, I just need someone who can maybe get me 10 points, someone that has a high probability of scoring a rushing touchdown. I think Gus Edwards is one of those players.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely like last on the list, maybe like an ad if you're really, really in a pinch, I think.
Yeah, since their week 7 bye, he's got 5 rushing touchdowns. So, they're definitely –
He's getting used. He's getting used in those.
And by the goal line is what he's being used at.
Which is what you want to see.
Yeah.
Especially standard leagues.
For a team that's one of the most run-heaviest teams in the NFL.
Man. That clip was informative, huh? There's plenty more right here if you click that. Also, go ahead and subscribe right there.